we've got a couple of little icebreaker questions, maybe just to start. So, first question is Grinspoon or Silverchair?
Ooh, definitely Grinspoon.
Okay.
Definitely, they were really important. Oh, interestingly enough, Silverchair's first song came out in 94, 95, and it was definitely on high rotation during my HSC.
True. Okay.
When I was driving around, I got my license, I got my car, I was doing my HSC, and that album came out. So that's actually it's giving me goosebumps. Let's bring back. That was very much my end of high school. However, I then was fairly involved with Grinspoon and did a lot of their first website.
Really?
Spent a bunch of time with them. I did it as a volunteer, and they're like, how do we compensate you for this? I'm like, I'll take access all passes to everywhere you go. Thank you very much.
No way.
I spent plenty of time behind the scenes at home bake and a lot of their tours, and they bought me my first digital camera. So I had a Kodak digital camera with an 8 meg card in it that I'd go to the Annandale in Sydney, take photos all night long, go home, upload them to their website, and that was kind of magical in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, they would have thought you were a genius. Right, that's crazy. Okay, so you finished school in 95 or something like that, right? Okay,
yep.
and then so from what I could tell, you're just totally self-taught web developer, right?
Correct.
Okay,
yep.
Crazy. So is that because back then there wasn't a lot of formal structure around learning that stuff, or you just didn't really want to do that, or?
Yeah, interesting. So 1993 was when the first sort of web browser came out. Before then, the internet was not as much fun as it is today, and there wasn't a hell of a lot to look at, and it was all very sort of text-based and ugly. And then sort of Netscape Mosaic came out in 93, so I decided to start sort of building web stuff, when I was at school. And that, to me, was, the way you learn that stuff was kind of copying and pasting your way to modifying something till it worked.
Yeah.
I did actually spend a semester at uni. I went to Wollongong Uni for one semester. It's not written down anywhere because it was one semester. And it was a business computing course, where they were trying to tell me how to use a mouse. I'm like, I'm building the web. This is frustrating. And I just sort of dropped out and decided that, the things they were trying to teach me were lagging. Things are moving so quickly in the industry that, it's a challenge with all tertiary education, which is how do you teach on the edge of fast moving technology? I think there is so many things, so many careers that require, base level, big knowledge from tertiary education, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. I don't want people building the buildings we're in without knowing fundamentally why they're doing it. I think building websites and building technology hasn't necessarily got that core foundational element to it all the time. Yeah. There are parts that absolutely do. Yeah. At that point in time, I did not feel that was the way it was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we noticed that